Hello all my beautiful little unicorns and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you're on my channel, please allow for me to introduce myself to you. My name is Vanessa Somuayina. You guys know me as your big sis from the internet and of course your favorite psychic medium here on YouTube. And in today's reading, I've got your January predictions and horoscopes prepared for you. And we're going to get into some great detail, so buckle up, get yourself a beverage of your choice, a snack, because these readings are truly going to blow your mind about what's coming towards you during the month of January. The 4 groups that I have prepared for you are as follows. Take a little moment just to focus on these 4 groups as I go through them. You will have time to meditate on these 4 groups in peace. So don't feel rushed to make a decision about which group you'd like to choose. And also, I want to point out that each and every zodiac sign has its own timestamp below in the description box, and it's also pinned to the top of the comment section. So how this extremely detailed and personalized psychic prediction works is that you first pick one of these 4 groups, and then you get to scroll down into the description box and pick your zodiac sign for part 2 of your January reading. And of course, you can tune into your sun, moon, and rising sign if you want that extra personal touch to your January prediction and horoscope. But now, allow for me to introduce you to the 4 groups that I've got for you. Group number 1 corresponds to the angel number oracle cards as well as the cognac calcite. Group number 2 corresponds to the Guide You and Make Mindful Decisions deck, as well as the vanadinite crystal. Group number 3 corresponds to the Wandering Star Tarot deck, as well as the azurite crystal. And group number 4 corresponds to the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck, as well as the amethyst crystal. The timestamps to all 4 of these groups can be found below in the description box, and I also want to point out that for 2025, in order for you to become extremely successful, check out my latest video that I posted on my second channel, Psychic CEO, which has been growing rapidly and you guys have been loving, where I teach you precisely how you can manifest your dream life and live as your highest self. The link to that is below in the description box. So now I will provide you with a moment of privacy. You can meditate on these 4 groups. Feel free to pause the video right here if you need a little longer to make up your mind as to which group you'd like to choose for part 1 of your reading. So I'll leave you to it and I will catch you all at the click of your timestamps. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to the first part of your January prediction before we delve into your birth chart and zodiac sign, which is linked below in the description box, every single astrological sign that there is. But you chose the angel number oracle card as well as the cognac calcite to guide you through the first part of January. So this is the beautiful cognac calcite, which is a stone that allows you to fill up on courage, to fill up on re-energizing energy. And that's probably exactly what you're going to be going through in January. Feeling re-energized and feeling ready to take on the world, ready to basically finally live in your truth and finally do all of the things that you've always wanted to do and accomplish those big dreams and goals. Ooh, we've got your angel number 888. This is one of my favorite numbers because numerologically speaking, 8888, this is a number of abundance, of material and spiritual abundance, and it's a number of personal power. So wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material gain, and epic romance. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply in January. Angels are sending the number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good, group number 1. You receiving 8888 tells us that this number will be following you in January. At one point you will think to yourself, what is going on? Why is this number continuously showing up? And now you know what it means. That's why I always urge you to tune into your monthly readings, because rather than then wondering what all of this means, you already know. You're already prepared. You're already aware of what's coming towards you in January, and you can make sense of it And then you can just act way more quickly with more confidence when opportunities come your way, because this is also a symbol of abundance. This is a symbol of opportunities coming towards you professionally. And then you can just take them without overthinking it, because you know these opportunities were created for you and are here to serve you. They're here to create more wealth and abundance in your life in a material and spiritual sense. Then we have the Crone of Knives. Now, in the Crone of Knives, I do see that in January, you will either quite literally be going back to a form of school and education. So it can, of course, be the conventional type, but also, for example, an online course, buying lots of books that you are actually reading in January. Or another form of the Crone of Knives presenting itself is also you taking a language class in January. If there has always been a language that you wanted to learn, going to a physical class inspired by starting with an app like Babbel or something similar, that's what's happening for you in January, as you are becoming more cultured. You are broadening your horizon, and you're also preparing for some travels, some upcoming exploration of the world. And then we have the Eight of Knives. As you can see here in the image, we have this person who's blindfolded. We have 8 knives. And then we have some sort of like light, you know, those oil lamps. And what the Eight of Knives speaks of is rumination, of how in the past you're ruminating. So you're thinking about for how long you actually wanted to live the life that you're finally able to live in January, for how long you literally dreamed of having all of the things that you have in January, for how long you literally wished and hoped to have these opportunities that are here, the spiritual abundance, the material abundance, how just 2 or 3 years ago, you literally prayed for the life that you're experiencing in January. And it makes you feel like, actually, you know what? A lot of the things you're worried about, a lot of your worries are in a way silly first world problems, because you have got your life together far more than you actually thought just a couple months and years ago. And then I see here in Unseen that love can be blind, so ensure you're not overlooking red flags. There are some walking red flags, group number 1 in January, and you're trying to paint them green, you're trying to paint them orange, you're trying to say, yeah, but it's a shade of pink. And here within Unseen and the mask, and again here, we also have the blindfold. What your main message and spirit wants to say to you is that you will be blind in love, but you'll be completely open in a material and spiritual abundance sense. So in order to not let your love blindness affect your material realm negatively, you are receiving this reading to say to you, look, keep your eyes wide open, take off the blindfolds, be honest with yourself, especially if your intuition is telling you that this person doesn't have your best interests at heart, or this person is just going to be a distraction. Stay away from them, because January can be your biggest start to the year, filled with abundance and learning and growing. So your guides are trying to say to you, focus on yourself, because a lot of people are just distractions. Very few people are actually helping you to elevate yourself. So stay away in love from all of the opportunities of dating distractions or talking to distractions, whether you're single or in a relationship. Stay focused on your personal power and your abundance, all right? Because all things that are good and pleasant in your life will multiply, but you've got to stay focused on it so you don't cut off the supply. Group number 1, this is part 1 of your reading that I've received for you. Now head on down, click your zodiac sign. You can watch your sun sign, which is just known as your zodiac sign, but also if you're a bit of an astrology nerd, feel free to tune into your rising sign, your moon sign, and I will catch you at the click of your next timestamp, and that will make for a even more personalized January prediction than just picking one of the 4 groups, as my goal is always to provide you with as much personalization and value for free as possible. So my gorgeous soul, I will catch you during the second part of your prediction in just a moment's time. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. You chose the Guide You and Make Mindful Decisions Oracle deck, as well as the vanadinite crystal, which I can't wait for us to get into. So the vanadinite is a crystal that brings out your bold side, that brings out the side of you that is very interested in passion. I have some of our foliage sticking to my sweater right down here, so I'll just put that back. And the vanadinite shows us here that in January, there are some very unexpected events that are happening and taking place, which we will uncover now, but you will have never thought that January would go this way. So let's see precisely what this is all about and how the start of 2025 is going to look and feel like for you. So first up, we've got a gift. You will discover new talents that will lead to new opportunities. Use opportunities that arise. But of course, a message that I'm also getting in the literal sense is you're getting a literal gift, a literal, extremely valuable gift that you wanted for a long time. Take the opportunity, don't say no to the gift, because sometimes we are in a position where we are being gifted something and we say, oh no, it's too much. Group number 2, stop with all of that, like wanting to be humble situation. Just take the gift because you deserve it. There is being humble, and then there's also being a little self-deprecating, almost harming yourself, because if you've worked really hard, you know you're a kind, caring person, you always give to others. It is self-harm to never allow yourself to be gifted. And I see here within love affair, ooh, beware, love affairs at work rarely end well. Don't lose your mind. So this has to do with someone at your work who is literally also giving you gifts to buy your affection, to make you like them more. But let's not demonize that. Some people's love language is giving gifts, and that's not something that we should always see as someone just trying to buy our affection in a negative sense. Some people only know how to show love in this way for whatever reason. And I want you to know here that a love affair at your work, it is a situation that you're going to want to really think about before you get into it, before you take that risk, because it can get awkward and it can distract you from your accomplishments, from what you want to do professionally in a way that you will later regret. So if you are experiencing a love affair or opportunity for a love affair, if you're single, do not date unless you can retire from the job and stay clear of it. Like, for example, if they own the company, okay, they can take you out of the workforce and it won't be awkward at the job place. But if you're both just at the same kind of level and it looks as though you're going to date one another, and if it doesn't work out, it's going to get really uncomfortable and awkward, don't do it, group number 2. Moving further into your reading, just at the top of this deck, we've got 1111. This is your angel number you will continuously see all the time during the month of January. And that's why I always urge you to tune into your monthly predictions, because rather than asking yourself in January why this is showing up and what it means, you already know what's coming. 1111 is an angel number of your wishes coming true. So you're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It is not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. Gift, right? Also, exciting new opportunities and acquaintances. This literally confirms, for one, the gift we spoke about, and then for 2, this exciting new acquaintance that you are making, this exciting new love affair that's here for you during the month of January. So 1111 confirms the excitement. It confirms that you're going to have a very fun January. You're going to have a time where you're getting a lot of attention. You're getting material gifts, but you're also receiving attention in a spiritual sense and in an interpersonal way. So being the center of attention in someone else's life and really feeling that someone is fawning and obsessing over you to the point that, yeah, they're also giving you physical gifts. And the World card is the final card of the major arcana within the tarot. And what the World card teaches you is that you have ultimate fulfillment here. What the World card is giving us the message of for January for you is that January couldn't go any better. That promotion you wanted, done. Your dream body being literally what you see when you look in the mirror, huge strides forward. Gifts that you've always wanted and could only dream of receiving, and you were always too shy to accept, done and dusted. And the World card also shows us that this is a start to 2025 that you didn't expect, and that is probably going to continue in a sense of when you see what you're capable of and how much people actually want to do for you and how much of like a hot topic you are in society and in love. That will boost your confidence, and you're not going to settle for less anymore. You're not going to settle for crumbs ever again. Next up, we have the Ace of Swords for you. The Ace of Swords, the ace always represents a new beginning. The Ace of Swords is the new beginning of a new internal world and new thoughts, as the Suit of Swords corresponds to everything that has to do with your thoughts, with your intellect, and with what goes on in your life mentally. We also have these magic mushrooms kind of in the mountains. So perhaps we've got some magic mushrooms, some substances here, some CBD situation up in the mountains if you're going skiing or you're going on a winter wonderland vacation. We also have the butterfly, so perhaps it's the complete opposite. You're going to more of a warm place. And the Ace of Swords shows here that if there's a time of the year that you should be open to these experiences, it's January, but I don't recommend that you use any plant medicines unless you're doing so with a professional and you're 100% sure of the potential repercussions that it could have, because you want to first and foremost make sure that you are safe and also feeling confident, as these things affect your psyche. So you're going to want to make sure that you go in with a confident psyche. Group 2, this is the reading that I've received for you as the first part of your January prediction. Now scroll down into the description box and click your zodiac signs timestamp. You can watch your sun sign, which is just your zodiac sign. But perhaps you are an astrology geek just as I am, and you will also tune into your moon and your rising sign for an extremely accurate and personal January prediction. Utilize this video in the way that serves you the most. I created it so you can heal and also go into January with stability. So make sure that you completely get all of the readings that you know will serve you. So group number 2, I will catch you during your zodiac signs readings. Hello, group number 3. You chose the Wandering Star Tarot deck as well as the Azurite crystal, which is one of my favorites. It comes in this beautiful royal blue and it has some specks of green and orange in it, as well as some white chunks as well, which are just little quartz chunks. And in ancient times, this stone was actually used for paintings because the blue is extremely pigmented, and that was like a form of color that our ancestors used to use in order to create paintings. But now let's move into your January prediction before you get your zodiac signs horoscope, and we'll see precisely what's coming towards you during the month of January. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. The Wheel of Fortune reverse shows us this snake that's coiled up with this window that has the 4 different elements, right? And this card showing up in reverse tells us that things are going to feel as though they're off to a very speedy start. So January is not going to be, oh, I'm just getting into 2025 in a very chill mode. Everything is going to be happening with speed, because you're also looking around and seeing how everyone is taking it easy, but not you. Group number 3, you are ensuring that you're already ahead of the game and that people can tell like you're not playing around. I see here within the Devil that there is so much temptation in January to fall back into your old habits and patterns and ways of thinking, but you're resisting it. So your old habit patterns could have been drinking excessively, not exercising, eating fried foods, Having a negative self-image is also another way in which the devil can show up. Also, literally what I'm getting here is an ex that's trying to weasel their way back into your life, and you're just like, no. This is temptation that I am over. I've experienced it. I've been there, done that. I'm not going to spin it in my head into this situation where I'm like, oh, let me just give it another shot, or it's just one glass of alcohol, it's just one In-N-Out burger. No, you're just not engaging in that anymore. And I see here in the Two of Wands that the reason for this is you have two options. You have the option of either staying the same or changing, and you know that nothing changes if nothing changes. And you've planned to take over the world. You've planned to change your life for the better. Your plan is to choose, to decide what works best for you. Decide comes from the Latin word decidere, which basically means to cut away, de incidere, to cut away that which no longer serves you. And that's exactly what you're doing straight away in January with no excuses, because you have decided you're not going to be an accomplice to your own pain and suffering anymore. For a very long time, you also allowed other people to dictate different things in your life, like how you feel about your job, how you feel about your body, whether you feel like you're good enough or not. And you're not playing that game anymore. You're not being an accomplice to any of that nonsense. You have decided no more not living in your dream body, no more not making your dream amount of money, no more not driving your dream car, no more overthinking about paying for bills, paying for the things that you desire. You have literally decided, and you're not allowing for a different option no matter what temptation comes your way or what distraction is here. You are now creating your dream life. Next up, we've got angel number 6666, and this is one of my favorite numbers ever. And you know what this number represents, which will show up in your life continuously. 6 on repeat in January. Great blessings, self-love, boundaries, needs, good vibes, wisdom, understanding, letting go. You're nurturing yourself, your needs, your desires, and your boundaries. Let go of things that are weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. That big love, opportunity, or job needs to squeeze in somewhere. So this 100% confirms everything that we spoke about when it comes to you needing to love on yourself enough to create those boundaries of saying no to everything that isn't the life that you have always wanted to live. And you have finally come to a point where you're sick and tired of your own BS or your own excuses, that you're like, now is when I'm going to live my best life. I'm not waiting anymore. And I see in the 4 of keys, we have these 4 keys and the word sanctuary, that in January you will actually already save a lot of money. You want to make more money, but you also want to build a nest egg. And I see that that nest egg is going to grow quite a bit in January as you have the discipline to save money, to put money aside, and to not overspend or spend on unnecessary things. You're also just not going to go out as much as you usually do. So a very favorable number for you to put away is, for example, $66, $6.66, $666, $6,666, wherever you stand. Put away that amount of money. It will bring abundance for the rest of the year. And then what we've got here is the universe. So this is basically like the world card, which is the most favorable card of the tarot. And it shows that the world is in your hands. Your world is in your hands. Your world is your oyster. And you get to make all of the decisions about how your life plays out, not just in January, but this entire year. So this is about you taking back your personal power, and I see that everything is going to go better than you expected it to go, because you are stronger than you thought, even in the face of these temptations that will present themselves to you, which is something I hope you understand you should be really proud of. Now, group 3, this is part 1 of your reading that I received for you. Now head down into the description box, click your zodiac sign, your sun, moon, or rising sign. I recommend you watch all three, and I will catch you at the click of your next timestamps for part 2, 3, and 4 of your January prediction. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 4. You chose the Mystic Mondays Tarot as well as the Amethyst Crystal Point to help guide you and figure out precisely what's coming towards you during the month of January before we tune into the horoscope portion where you can pick your sun, moon, and rising sign in order to get a personal reading for the month of January. So let's get into it, my beautiful soul. Let's see what's coming towards you in January, so you can step into this month with clarity as well as an energy of certainty. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got this bossing up energy of you being in complete control of your time, your finances, and also your professional endeavors. We have this no BS kind of attitude, and you knowing exactly in the Queen of Pentacles that it's your time to receive. So you have given and been selfless for years, literally. And now in January, it's finally your time to step into feminine energy of receiving, because feminine energy is receiving type of energy in the earthly realms, as the suit of pentacles corresponds to all things that have to do with material possessions, but also spiritual abundance. Next, we have the King of Cups. We have a water sign, a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancerian with long hair. We've got some facial hair as well. We have a pretty, I would say, well-built person, and they're coming into your life and giving you this feeling of stability, emotionally speaking, during the month of January, which you didn't expect. You didn't see this coming. And if you are in a committed relationship, think of this as someone who brings this boss type of energy, almost like fatherly energy, but not in a creepy way. So literally someone that you work with, or a father, a stepfather in your life. And of course, if you are single, this is someone that poses a romantic interest in your life and gives you exactly what you need. Then we have the number 101. So 101 will show up in your life in January, and that's why I always recommend you tune into your monthly predictions, because then you already know what numbers mean that are coming towards you during the upcoming month. Now, a 101 stands for happiness that's linked to self-expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failures is key. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understand its process and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun. Start fresh. You're starting fresh. You're gamifying your life, meaning that anything that in the past you looked at as a failure, now you're just understanding it doesn't have to feel heavy. It doesn't have to feel painful. You can literally just see it as, okay, this didn't work out in the way that I wanted it to. Great, let's move on. Let's try something else. Like, it's not a big deal. And when you make these things that seem like big losses and like personal failures, when you turn them into just signs that this is not the path, that your path is a different one, nothing is good or bad. Everything just is. And here we have the Ace of Shells, which is not only symbolic for prosperity if you're already set in your love life, but if you're single, the Ace of Shells actually represents that new lover coming into your life and starting a new romantic relationship. And the Ace of Shells being a symbol of prosperity, it also tells you that the month of January is bringing you prosperity emotionally to the point where you understand you live a life of abundance. You don't have to settle for less. The Crone of Keys shows that you are literally a visionary in many ways that people could never understand. Your thoughts often precede you being able to speak them. Often your mind runs so quickly that when you talk, people are like, wait, you are not making sense right now. And in your head, it makes total sense, because obviously in your head, you can keep up with the thoughts, but your mouth, your words can't always keep up with everything that's running through your mind. So in the Crone of Keys, you literally start to just basically find yourself in a situation where you understand a lot of people don't get you. They will never be as fast, as quick, as witty as you are when it comes to intellect, and that's fine. But perhaps your visionary skills were given to you not to just ask others what they think of your ideas, but for you to execute on your ideas, for you to actually take the risks in the areas of your life where you see opportunity. Like, for example, you are good with numbers. Why not start your own business and be very analytical about the numbers, and then you can actually go in where you see a lot of traction on your website, a lot of sale conversions, a lot of people showing interest. Perhaps you're very creative and you know you can create a product that no one else will be able to do. Again, using your visionary skills to see what you're really good at and then seeing that through in real life. But we'll delve a little more deeply into this during your zodiac signs portion. So group 4, this is the first part of your reading I've received for you. I trust that you've received this in a way that resonated with you, and now scroll on down into the description box or to the top of the comment section and click all of your zodiac signs, and I will catch you during the horoscope portion of your January prediction. Hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to the second, even more personal part of your January prediction, or perhaps this is the third or fourth part if you're looking into your rising or your moon sign as well. So let's delve into precisely what's happening for you in January, shall we? So we have the 8 of Swords. You're overcoming fears. Spirit is telling me that in January you're overcoming some fears that you've had your whole life. You have self-entrapped yourself your whole life with fears that you've had about your body image, with fears that you have about whether you're talented enough, with fears that you had about being intelligent enough as well. And I see that for Aries, this is a month of breaking through this self-entrapment and overcoming huge fears that you had by facing them head on. So instead of running from the fears, you stopped in your tracks, you turned around, and you are literally facing them. I see in mind power that growing up, you were not made to feel that you were very intelligent. You were made to feel as though you were average or even less intelligent than average, especially if you have some sort of learning disability. And rather than actually seeing that in a different way, you are far more advanced than other students, you were made to feel like you were a special needs kid almost, even though you're not. You just learn differently. Literally, whether you were diagnosed or undiagnosed with challenges within school, it made you feel inferior. But often people just make kids feel inferior in school to validate their degrees, like teachers giving you so much homework because you couldn't do it during class. And that's actually, it just shows they're not teaching well. Why should you go home without having any time to have a life and only do homework for the rest of your existence because they are unable to teach properly or to adhere their teaching to people whose mind power may lay in a more unconventional part or expression. Now you're using your intelligence, you're analyzing data logic, and you're thinking rationally, you're leading with your mind in January, and that's where you're overcoming this huge fear that you had of just never being good enough intellectually. And not being good enough intellectually is a kind of fear that I see dissolving from January onwards, because you're also realizing you don't have to prove anything to anyone. And a lot of people who base their worth and their self-value only on their intellectual achievements and accomplishments have their own host of insecurities and internal issues, to the point where they don't value other parts of themselves. The Crone of Knives shows me here that literally you are the most intelligent person in your friend group and your family, because you do so much personal development and growth on an internal level that they can't even catch up with you, because you've been doing this so deeply for many years already. You have a very reflective nature that even finding a romantic partner for you, it's almost like a bit of a curse, because you are so ahead of the game. You're so incredibly mature. that unless someone had the exact same passion and hobby of learning privately and self-development, it's hard to find anyone that even comes close to your level, and that can lead to some feelings of deep loneliness as well. Also within the goddess, because you stand out physically in a way that makes you a goddess, that makes you this person who has a complex of superiority. So a lot of people feel a lot more hurt by receiving feedback from you that isn't just praising them, because it stings double when you say it, because they put you on a pedestal. And again, this can be beneficial in some situations, but it can also feel like a curse at times. But I want you to know here in the number 3 and the goddess card, we also have a pregnancy announcement coming for you during the month of January. I want to figure out precisely what day of the month. All right, we've got the 11th, so 1-1. Master number 11, that's precisely when this announcement is going to be made. And I want to see what sign that this baby is going to end up being. A Gemini. So they will be born right around the end of spring, right? They're going to be born in June, in May area. And I just want you to know here that receiving this news is exciting, unexpected, and in January you're going to be focused on seeing in yourself everything that you were taught not to see, and freeing yourself from your own prison, from your own entrapment, and also getting excited for this acquaintance of yours who is expecting a baby. My gorgeous, gorgeous Aries baby, I'm so excited that you were here to receive this reading, and I trust that it resonated for you. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are on this gorgeous planet, and I'll catch you during your next prediction. Welcome, my gorgeous Taurus baby, to the second, even more personal part of your January prediction, which is your horoscope, as it's based on your zodiac sign. But perhaps you are a Taurus rising or a Taurus moon, maybe even a Taurus stellium. Either way, let's see what's coming towards you in January that you did not expect, that's based on Taurus being in your birth chart. Ooh, we've got the Lovers. I see in January love coming towards you, especially if you're single. You're starting off the year with some romantic interest and a new person coming into your life who wants to love you, who wants to be with you, and with whom you feel a deep connection with. And it does feel as though you're finally seen as the pearl that you are, and your hard shell, your hard exterior is cracked open, because you can tell this person actually knows value when they see it, which is often not the case in this day and age, unfortunately, especially when it comes to romantic love. You didn't settle, but in January you're meeting someone who is worth opening up to. Then in the 10 of Pentacles, when it comes to your career, I want you to know things are going well. You don't have to focus so much on working hard. You just have to focus on showing up, on doing the right things like you have been. You have more time for your personal life and for love and for being on cloud 9, for living in this little bubble. If you've ever been in love, you know that it feels like you don't need anything. You can just live off of love, oxygen, and water. Your appetite may even go down as well, just because you are so in love and feeling so much love that it feels like your body is just on fire in the most positive way. It feels as though your body is under this electric current, and the 10 of Pentacles shows that you've got a lot of money in your bank account, basically more than you're used to, because you're not spending money either. You're being invited, you're being taken out, you're being spoiled and pampered, and you don't need money in January at all. So everything is going well. You're on an adventure, romantically speaking. You're seeking adventure together with this person, and it's bringing so much excitement into the connection, because you're taking trips, hiking trips together. You are planning for travels as well. You're going to new restaurants, new parts of town that you both haven't experienced before. And it feels really beautiful to do that with someone that you're in love with, that you feel so much love towards. And of course, the extra treat is in the Ten of Pentacles, that you don't have to worry about a thing. And next up here within Wish, my gorgeous Taurus baby, the message that I'm receiving is that someone you wished for is coming into your life. The month of January is clearly a very love-heavy month. It's a month that's filled with romance and adoration for you, which I'm really excited about. I want to add our astro dice into your reading. For a little more clarity, we have Libra energy coming towards you. This is an air sign. Libra is a bit of a perfectionist. So every single date, they're going to want to make sure that you love it, that it's perfect for you, that you feel really excited about the date, and that it's an experience that is worth talking about to your friends and family. For you, my gorgeous Taurus, the month of January brings romantic blessings to the max and not a single worry when it comes to the material and earthly realm. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I can't wait for you to experience these blessings and for you to come back and let me know that it resonated. And I can't wait to catch up with you in your upcoming month's prediction. Hello, my gorgeous Gemini baby. Welcome to the second part of your January prediction and horoscope. Perhaps this is even part 2 or 3 for you if you are a Gemini in your moon sign or in your rising sign, and you just want to see what's coming towards you during the month of January in a highly personalized way that is possible through the structure that I created in these YouTube videos. Now, first up, you are connecting with nature. You will be outdoors, whether that's skiing, snowboarding, hikes, going out into the ocean, perhaps even skinny dipping into an icy pond. Connecting with nature is your thing during the month of January that you are spending a lot of time doing. You will be outdoors a lot more than usual. And what that does is it takes you away from social media and seeing things on your Explore page and your For You page or whatever that's called on Instagram. And rather than focusing on everyone who seems to be so perfect, so rich, so thin, so beautiful, so perfectly done up, in amazing shape, filled with muscle in their body, defined, toned, whatever the beauty standard of the day is, you can step away from that and actually prioritize on reflecting your own beauty standard, becoming your very own beauty standard, and not feeling as though you are trapped in having to adhere to what everyone else wants you to be. You know, when you're on social media and you literally ask yourself, are there any normal people, or am I the only one who's left behind and normal and doesn't look like they're living the life of a literal celebrity? Because sometimes social media can really mess with our brains and make us feel as though it's normal for people to live these super lavish, luxurious lives when a lot of us have very normal lives. A lot of us are not experiencing that because it is not normal, but it's cluttering your mind, which is why you're decluttering in January mentally. First, you're getting rid of this thought that this is the norm or it's even real, because it's not. Also, I have seen literal quote unquote influencers. I remember this one time I was in Dubai visiting family and I saw this girl and I was like, wait, this girl just seems very familiar to me. And I recognize her. She's a very famous person on Instagram. But in real life, she was unrecognizable. Like, I did recognize her after a long, hard look and moment of thinking, but it's just such a different world. She was a completely different human being, IRL. And that was shocking, but also a very strong reminder that what we see on the internet and what is real life are often two very different things. And decluttering any kind of self-deprecating thoughts or self-conscious behavior and beliefs from your mind is going to free up so much more space for you. And you're also decluttering physically, quite literally speaking. Things that you haven't used in a long time, you don't want to bring it into this new year with you. You're getting rid of the things that don't serve you, that you haven't used in a very long time, because you don't see the point in hanging on to things that you're not using. And you're not going to be sentimental about it, because you know that wealth is something that's destined to be. So if you truly believe to be wealthy, if you're truly 100%, if you truly 100% have faith in your success, why wouldn't you throw things away that you're no longer using if you know that you're going to replace it basically tenfold? You're moving toward real wealth and prosperity. Keep up the good work and keep up the mindset shifts that you are doing during the month of January, because that's always the biggest impact, really, is the mindset shifts that you're taking on, is no longer letting your thoughts of scarcity bleed over into behaving like you're someone who lives in scarcity. Like, for example, someone gifting you a face mask, but you don't use it for months until it literally expired because you were saving it for some special occasion, because somehow you just being alive wasn't a worthy enough celebration for you to use it. And you know this feeling of saving things for later, holding them back to the point where they are out of fashion if it's clothing, or they go bad if it's like an expensive bottle of alcohol, or even something like an expensive perfume, skincare, face mask, and you save it for so long that it actually goes bad, and you know that you're doing it, but you can't stop yourself from it because somehow you never feel like it's the right moment to use it. Yeah, you're overcoming that. I see in the Three of Rings that you're also hanging out in January with more people who have an abundant and affluent mindset. And that really helps you get out of this mindset of scarcity and this mindset of saving things that are nonsensical for you to save if they're just going to go bad and lose their quality. You might as well use it when it's there and enjoy it when it's at its best quality, when it's in fashion, in style, and you're going to get the best time, the best results out of it. The Spirit of Swords shows us that someone is coming towards you in your dreams. Someone is coming towards you in spirit form. It is an air sign. So this is a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, just like yourself. And I want you to know this person is coming to you in a spiritual, dreamy sense back into your life. I am getting ancestors. I'm getting grandparent energy visiting you and showing you the fact that they are proud of you, that they are proud of how far that you've come, and they encourage you to keep doing what you've been doing, to keep growing and to keep believing in yourself. That's what I'm getting here in the Spirit of Swords for you. And ooh, we've got a hideaway too. Make time to be with your person. Create your own special hideaway. So taking a romantic getaway in the month of January with a person that means a lot to you, a person that you feel romantically connected to. I see that making time to be away from the usual, literally in nature. So think, for example, like a tree house in the forest, a mountain cabin. It can even be quite literally camping or going to a family's vacation home that's somewhere far away, and just taking time away from the world. It's extremely healing and just what you need during January. So my gorgeous Gemini baby, this is the reading I've received for you. I trust that it resonated and that you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings together. Hello, my gorgeous fellow Cancerian. Welcome to your January prediction. Let's delve into precisely what's coming towards you during the month of January. So we've got 0303, taking chances. I want you to know that in January you will have the number 0303 show up more than you've ever noticed before, and this is the message that it brings. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. you will see a license plate with 0303. I'm also getting this message from Spirit of 303 as a house number as well. And driving by that and immediately having this amazing idea for a business, for how to level up your life. And your guides are trying to urge you to take on those ideas, to follow through on them, and to not just let thoughts remain thoughts. Next up, we have the Three of Knives. And the Three of Knives has this very visually impactful depiction of a heart shape with three knives in it. And this person sitting on the staircase, we have some letters behind this, some text. And the dark mood of the Three of Knives, it shows us here, you will receive a letter of regret in January. You will receive a letter of regret. Someone who hurt your heart, someone who hurt you, they know that they hurt you. They never apologize. But in January, the guilt will become so overwhelming, so strong, that they will have no other choice but to send you a long text or email if you block them everywhere else. Yes, they will literally go the email route. That's how desperate they are to free themselves of the guilt and to apologize to you. You don't have to accept this apology. You don't have to even reply to them or acknowledge them. But just know that they feel terrible about how they treated you here in the Three of Knives, and it's been haunting them even though you've already moved on. That's often what happens with good people. You forget all the kindness you gave them because it's so normal to you. You don't remember the little details. Like, you remember you were very kind to them, but you don't, example, remember that time where you baked them their favorite cookies, or where you stayed up all night just so you could speak to them even though you had an important engagement the next day, just so you could support them when you picked them up when they needed you. You don't remember all those little details, but they do, because they took it for granted. And I see here within the Hermit that they're going to find you have so much mystery to you, and they want to know how you're doing. They want to know how you've been ever since you parted ways. And here in the Hermit, I see you've been leveling up in silence. You've been winning in silence. And because they are no longer part of your life, they no longer are able to know what's going on with you, they have also become extremely curious. Hence why they are writing you this letter, because they also want some insight back into your life. Now, I always recommend that you connect to your spirit guides, you write in a journal, you sit in meditation in order to figure out whether you actually want to respond to this person or give them the time of day, because it's not always a good idea. Sometimes they just come back to boost their ego and to show themselves that if they apologize, you'll give them another chance, or you'll give them attention that they actually don't deserve. And I see here in the Six of Swords reverse that your guides are saying to you, steer clear of anyone who did you dirty, and they're now coming back. They're pretending to be all apologetic. Believe them when they showed you their true colors the first time. Don't give them another opportunity to hurt you. Don't give them another opportunity to make you feel as though you are inferior, or you should be happy that they are even giving you attention. Meanwhile, you're the real prize. Next, we have the Ten of Wands. Let them burn. Let them wonder what your life is all about. Let them feel like they don't mean anything to you anymore. Let them feel as though they're literally burning at the stake. Let them feel the way you felt when they mistreated you. And this is not from a place from doing anything other than continuing to focus on yourself, continuing to be in hermit mode where you're not allowing anyone into your personal space who is just going to come in and violate everything you've worked so hard to build. Why should you allow someone to destroy that? I want you to know here in 0303, focus on taking your chances that are coming to themselves in the form of opportunities that are out of the ordinary in January. You'll have a lot of unusual opportunities that come towards you, and if you're too busy overthinking what this person who's coming back is saying to you, you may miss out on some of these huge life-changing business opportunities that you have coming towards you for traveling and for leveling up your finances. Now, my gorgeous Cancerian, this is the reading that I received for you, and I trust that it resonated and that you enjoyed it. I can't wait to catch up with you during one of our upcoming readings, and I'm sending you so much love wherever you are on this gorgeous planet that we call home. I'll speak to you soon. Hello, my gorgeous Leo baby. Welcome to the second part of your January prediction and horoscope. Perhaps this is part 2 or 3 if you are a Leo moon or rising, maybe even a Leo stellium. Either way, let's get into your prediction, shall we? First up, we've got celebration. In January, you're kicking off party activities with a bang and you're having a great time. Continue to plan for a joyful future, while others are starting off the year with a lot less celebrations. You are going straight into dancing, straight into having a good time. Literally, people are celebrating their birthdays that you know, inviting you to their parties. You also have celebrations to go to of your professional life because you have accomplished so much in 2024 that is worthy of celebrating, and you are giving yourself the recognition that you have put off all of these months. And I see here within duality next, don't forget about the dual nature of people. Don't lose your vigilance. Having fun, having a good time, letting loose, and showing people that you have a fun side is important, and it makes you more human. But a message that I'm also getting here is to not get too buddy-buddy with anyone that you work with, especially because they will take your kindness and your humanness as a weakness and backstab you before you know it. So remember the duality of the human nature, that everyone likes someone who's kind, but a lot of people, as soon as they sense that you're emotional or you have, I wouldn't call it a weak spot, but a very caring part of you, a lot of people then move on to try to find ways to take advantage of that. So your guides are warning you. They're saying put a little bit of a wall up when you're out and about having fun. Be careful not to drink too much, not to put yourself in a situation where you are oversharing your true internal landscape. That's only for those closest to you. Know your worth. As a Leo baby, you are said to be far more confident than all other signs in the Zodiac. But the Know Your Worth card from my Wild Muse Oracle deck, it reiterates that in January, the more you know your worth and you step up to your worth, the more that is actually celebrated. People love others who are confident. People want to be led, and you are a natural born leader. You're naturally someone who has this inherent self-value that cannot be replicated. People try to copy, but it cannot be replicated at all. And it's because you are in touch with your body, especially if you've come from a background of struggling with your body image, and even dealing with an ED. Ooh, in January, once you get yourself in check, once you get back control over unhelpful, painful thoughts about your appearance and your body, it's over for all of these other people. It's over for those who literally, when you were at your worst or you felt your most uncomfortable, they told you, no, you look good, you're amazing. Don't worry, you're already good looking enough, you're already pretty enough. Yeah, they want you to win, but they don't want you to do better than them. Like, they want you to do well, but they don't want to feel inadequate around you. So when you get your diet together, your exercise up, and you know your worth, insecurities in some of your close friends, or what you thought were close friends, are going to reveal themselves, because I see here in the Maiden of Shells, they are still in a place where you trigger their insecurities. But it's great because it gives you this liberation energy of, at least you know who this person is. At least you know what you're dealing with. At least you now really know them for how they truly feel about you when you're all glowed up and when you're living your best life. And you also know this is perhaps someone that is not who you're going to base your decisions off of, because if you were to do that, to them, they're not holding you to a higher standard the way you hold yourself. Like, mediocrity is okay for them, but it isn't for you. And I don't want you to settle for mediocre, because I see here in the Maiden of Knives, you are meant to always challenge yourself and always do better than the average person. And I know it sounds like a lot of work, it sounds heavy, it sounds like it's not easy, but there are always meant to be people who are just better than average, who just set the bar higher, and you're one of them. So don't take advice from anyone who is average or who has not accomplished anything that you desire to accomplish. If they don't have the results that are desirable to you, don't take their advice, because you will just end up with their same undesirable results. It's basically the message that Spirit has for you for January. Now, my absolutely stunning Leo baby, this is the reading I received for you. I trust that this resonated and that it provided you with insight on precisely what to do in January. And wherever you are on this gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait for us to reconnect in your next horoscope. Hello, my gorgeous Virgo baby. Welcome to the second part of your January prediction, but maybe this is also part 2 or 3 if you're a Virgo rising or moon. Let's see what you need to know about January. The Two of Shells, by the way, is one of the most favorable cards when it comes to love, but also money. As you can see here, you're counting your money, you're in harmony. We have these two conch shells, and this represents romantic love that is respectful and caring, a harmonious time in January for the zodiac sign of Virgo. Because as a Virgo, you're someone who can be quite hard on themselves. Having this harmony during the month of January is just what you needed. You've come out of a year of being extremely hard on yourself, of challenging yourself in ways that you never have before. So finding harmony on an internal level, it's gonna be the vacation you didn't know that you needed after the holiday season. And I also see here someone giving you money that you're romantically interested in, as the Five of Knives shows me that they want to impress you. The Five of Knives shows me that this is just a hollow victory, because you're independent, you're self-sufficient, but you've also gotten to the point where you've just learned that in life, if you don't take it, they'll just give it to someone else who will take it. So you might as well just accept. But it does show us here that you don't even care about that. Like, money could never make you stay. You like things that are extremely expensive, like respect, time, like loyalty, effort. And if someone only has things to offer that are material, or only has money to offer, it's like you're not going to say no to a nice date, because you realize there's no point in saying no. If they're not going to take you out for a nice date, it will just be someone else who actually accepts, but you're not going to be impressed by it. And I see here in the angel number 4444 that's coming towards you in January, there might be some difficulties ahead, but you'll push through. You've got this. If you have been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor if you've been suffering or feeling lost. Some things may fall apart, but you're building the framework for something much better. Hang in there. Actually, the number 444, numerologically speaking, this angel number, is a number of building something that is stable, and that often means feeling like you're starting from the ground up. You know, when you're pouring the concrete for the foundation of a house that's high quality and that's meant to last for lifetimes, at least that's how they build houses here in Switzerland where I live. It takes time, and it might feel like there's still so much work ahead, but what's actually just happening is you're building a foundation that's so solid that later there will be a lot less insecurity. Later you will save yourself a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of worry, a lot of bills, a lot of unnecessary pressure. And here, just so you know, January is a month of success for you. You're choosing the right direction and actively overcoming difficulties. If you weren't sure whether you're on the right track, my beautiful Virgo baby, you are. See this as your confirmation that you are on the right track and you are destined to be a success. See this as your confirmation if you weren't sure whether you're on the right path, that you are. You're exactly where you need to be. And then we've also got wellness. Ensure your body is nourished, join a gym, and regain strength. Live a healthier lifestyle. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of New Year's resolutions because a lot of them aren't sustainable, but you're doing things differently. my gorgeous Virgo. You're doing things in a sustainable way. You're building strength. You're lifting weights, not just doing endless hours of cardio. You're understanding your nutritional needs, and you're making changes in a way that is sustainable in the long term. So it's a lifestyle change. It's not just a fad diet and a New Year's resolution that you're going to quit during February already. And that's exactly what Spirit is telling you to focus on in order to continue to find this faith in yourself, to know, regardless of the fact that things might start off with feeling like it's challenging to make this solid foundation, it's worth it in the long run. It's just like, for example, building a business. Yes, it is hard at first, but if you build it in a way that is solid, you will thank yourself for years to come, potentially decades. Now, my gorgeous Virgo baby, this is a reading I received for you for the month of January. I trust that it resonated and that you found it insightful. Of course, if this was your sun sign, tune into your moon and your rising sign as well. All zodiac signs are linked below. And wherever you are on this gorgeous planet, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming predictions. Hello, my beautiful Libra baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your January prediction and horoscope, which is based on your zodiac sign. You are a Libra sun, moon, rising, or stellium, and we're about to find out precisely what's happening for you in January. Are you ready for this? We've got a doorway for you. In the doorway, we've got the message of an opportunity that's about to present itself that leads you to a new person in January. A doorway is opening for you to have a new person in your life, romantically speaking, for the month of January. And it's going to feel as though it's your decision whether you pursue them or whether you stay how you currently are, romantically speaking, especially if you're already seeing someone or in a relationship that you're happy with. Now, in adventure, seek adventure together with others. It adds excitement to your journey. Whether these are romantic friends, that is a great oxymoron, Vanessa, romantic friends. Whether these are romantic interests of yours in your life or friends or family, the most important thing is that you engage in adventure during the month of January. You have spent too much time saying that you want to travel, you want to go places, you want to accomplish things, not enough time actually doing it, actually experiencing it. And I see within spiritual work that a retreat in January is opening its door for you, and you may even be able to join for free because of what you're able to offer. So I'm getting yoga retreat, I'm getting silent retreat, I'm getting breath workshop, and because you are a light worker, you either read tarot or oracle cards yourself and can offer those services. You do Reiki, you do massage therapy, or you instruct yoga. I see here in spiritual work that you are able to join a group of like-minded people and this type of getaway, adventure, and workshop in January for free. The opportunity, the doors are all here, the doorways exist, but it's whether you put yourself out there and show that you actually want to go on this adventure. They won't come to you, you have to suggest it to them, and they will happily accept. And from there on out, I'm actually getting here for all of my beautiful Libras that things will happen very quickly from there on out professionally, because once you put it out there that your services are available for others to book, for others to have as part of already what they are offering, so people who are experienced in doing retreats and getaways, people will talk. People will say how amazing it was to have you as part of the event, and before you know it, you won't be able to kind of even keep up with the demand that's coming towards you. And the Five of Shells shows that you have always been someone who is hungry. You've always had this hunger that your friends and family couldn't understand, because you've always wanted better for yourself and better for your future generations to come, for your future kids, grandkids. You've always wanted to leave a legacy. You've always got a hunger, had a hunger to do better than what you saw happen in your own lineage. And that's precisely what you are making come true during January. And from January, things will excel exponentially. Things will happen very quickly because I see here in the Chariot, once you're determined to do something, there's no stopping you. We also have angel number 9999. That is what you will see much of in January when it comes to numerology. And 9999 means the following: take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive toward your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. So 999 is all about you seeing the results, like a culmination of the efforts that you've put in, and also reminding yourself here that through your spiritual work, through your connection to Source, you're opening more doorways to adventure for yourself from January on out. My gorgeous Libra baby, this is the reading that I received for you. I trust that this resonated, and I'm sending you so much love. I can't wait for us to connect during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Scorpio. I'm so excited for us to move into the second, even more intricate part of your January prediction and horoscope, and for us to see precisely what, as a Scorpio, is going to show up for you in January. So are you ready, my gorgeous Scorpio? Let's get into it. Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands. We've got this wand here, as you can see. Let's just make sure it's in focus. We have this egg, which is in a nest, and then we have it kind of being on fire. So it's as though all of the eggs that you put in a nest, even if you put all of your eggs in one basket or in one nest, it's on fire. Whatever you touch is turning to gold in January. If you've been thinking of starting your own business, my beautiful Scorpio, this is the time to do it. As a Scorpio, you have a certain intensity about you that not everybody will understand. You are more iconic and inspiring than the other zodiac signs. But that also means that when you have an idea, you often need to see it through alone, because others would be way too afraid to do the same. Now next, we received love life, free from problems and money troubles. Enjoy the passion of love. Love and be loved. The month of January is a time where you're free from unnecessary worries, and it's time for you to love and be loved and enjoy this time. Doesn't mean that you are taking your eye off the prize, that you are losing direction, or that you're not focused. It simply means you are allowing yourself to enjoy this aspect of the human experience as well. You're not denying yourself of a love life, which perhaps you've put up walls before and you've spent a lot of time alone, but I see it's time for a romantic getaway and vacation. Start a perfect vacation and enjoy the freedom. Take time to recharge. Literally, if you are in a committed relationship or married, this is a time to do a vacation or staycation, like a romantic weekend getaway at a beach, in a chalet, doing some skiing, snowboarding, going to a place you haven't been before. And notice how I also said staycation. If for whatever reason you don't have time, or right now you don't want to spend so much money going away, you can do the same at home by doing face masks, by watching movies, getting takeout, getting cozy blankets out, and warmers, bed warmers, making sure you've got some nice candles lit, creating a romantic atmosphere. I see here in the Seven of Shells, have patience in your private life. Like, take your time. Even when it comes to things like kissing, being intimate, spending time with a lover, have patience, take your time, there's no rush, enjoy these things. I see that in the past you've kind of gone through the motions very quickly, so to say, and now it's really time for you to enjoy your love, to enjoy being intimate with another human being. And the Three of Cups shows me you'll also talk to your friends about it. You'll let them in on what's going on in your romantic life. I see there will be a lot of gossiping in a very positive sense of just sharing, laughing, having a good time, and getting excited about your love life and your new adventures too. By the way, the Ace of Wands corresponds to the number 22. Don't be surprised if the number 22 or angel number 222 shows up for you as you're thinking of taking the next steps in your own business. That is a sign that you are on the right path. It's okay for you to put all of your eggs in one basket in January. That basket is a basket made of gold for Scorpio. Now, my gorgeous Scorpio baby, this is the reading that I received for you. I trust that it resonated. Wherever you are on this gorgeous planet, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings together. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius baby. Welcome to the Zodiac portion of your January prediction. We are not going to waste any time. We're going to get straight into it so you can figure out everything that's coming towards you and that you have to focus on and you need to know. So the 10 of Cups, this is a time of complete fulfillment in your relationships and your romantic life. You're spending a lot of time with friends and family. Romantically speaking, it's going exactly the way that you want. All right, there's no arguments, there's no feeling of lack. It's just this feeling of even being able to take the next step, creating your own family, creating a legacy for yourself, for your kids and grandkids. The 10 of Cups just shows that really you are in the best place when it comes to all of the connections in your life. And the 2 of Cups reversed is a clear sign, I'll just show you this card upright as well, that whether it's romantic or platonic, you've got it all figured out. The 2 of Cups reverse shows that you've even gotten to the point where romantic love is no longer the epicenter of your life. You don't see yourself as having made it or in any sense being more accomplished because you've got a man or a partner or you're married or any of these accolades that some people find increasingly important as they progress in age. You're actually finding more value in just who you are. Like you don't even need that kind of validation. Next we have the 6 of Cups. So far we've literally only received cards of the suit of cups for you. So the 2 of Cups reversed, the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Cups shows here you are bonding over a challenging childhood with a best friend of yours. And through that closeness, you are also finding that having each other is far more valuable than a romantic partner that you're not sure you can actually really count on or not. And I also do want you to know here in the 6 of Cups, the number 6 is a number of gratitude and family. So really the month of January is a time of being so grateful for your family, both your biological family, your blood family, and your chosen family. It is a time of harmony and of any rifts in your interpersonal relationships being able to be healed. The Ace of Swords shows us here that there is this tendency towards you feeling like it's time for a big change and shift in your life. We have the sword and the butterfly, which emphasizes transformation and taking action on it, as the symbol of the sword is the symbol of masculine energy, which is the energy of acting, and the butterfly is the representation of transformation. Then we have these different mushrooms. Some of these I do recognize are actually poisonous ones, but what this card represents is also this energy of like magic mushrooms, plant medicine, and it's either a full body yes or a full body no for you when it comes to these topics. Either way, just stay safe and know here that whatever idea you have to change your life in January will be helpful to your next transformation to becoming this butterfly. The Wheel of Fortune, which corresponds to number 10, shows good luck for you in January, good fortune. And not questioning your intuition and your ideas is best in January. Just take bold, messy, wild action, my gorgeous Sagittarius baby, because sometimes getting stuck in your head is actually stopping you from seeing through opportunities that can make you wildly successful and that can help you to reach everything you have desired. That's also why we have the star card that was brought into your reading by your guides. The star represents you having not only hope of your dreams becoming a reality, but you having that clear path laid out for you on how you can live up to your star power, how you can live in your star power without any need of holding back on expressing who you truly are. Now, my gorgeous Sagittarius baby, this is your January reading that I've received for you. I trust that this resonated with you and that you enjoyed this multi-part tarot prediction. Let me know below in the comment section by leaving a star emoji below, and I can't wait to catch up with you during one of our upcoming readings together. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn baby. Are you ready to delve a little more deeply into your January prediction? Because I can tell there's some clarity that we will still be able to uncover for you. January brings out the best of you, and at some point in January, you will be in a bathtub. It's like a beautiful, big, freestanding bathtub. You'll have your hair unraveled, open in its natural state. You'll really be feeling yourself. And if you don't have a freestanding bathtub in your home, think a spa, think a hotel, think being invited to someone's home, someone who has a freestanding tub, my gorgeous Capricorn baby, and enjoying that time. You're taking action. You are unafraid to talk to absolutely anyone. Doesn't matter if they're wildly successful or attractive. And that is opening up this opportunity for the spa day and the spa time in your life during January. But what it's also going to do, it's going to instill more confidence in you to continue on in this way, because you're seeing how just being bold and just being yourself, it opens up so many doors and possibilities that the shy version of you would have never had, because you just didn't even have the courage to ask for it. And the thing is, a lot of very successful business people do this. They ask for far more than what they even think someone is going to say yes to, and they just think to themselves, what's the worst thing that can happen, right? You can, for example, ask to talk to someone really, really important at an event, and you're already thinking to yourself, there's probably no way that you'll get like an interview or some sort of alone time with them, but perhaps then the event will say, no, they're fully booked out, but we can give you tickets to talk to a different speaker or a different important famous figure, or we can give you tickets to come backstage and just document something else. So it's basically the whole analogy of shoot for the moon and land among the stars. Wow, a lot of beauty sleep for you too. You needed this, Capricorn. It's because you're working hard. And you are working hard in the sense of finally having gained distance mentally, which allows you to then take bolder action. Because when you're just in a hamster wheel and you're repeating everything that you're used to, all of the same kind of actions and ways of being that you've had all this time, all these years, then it's hard for you to take a step back and actually create change. But in January, because you're taking action in a way how you're unafraid to just ask for what you really want, and you're landing amongst the stars, you get to sleep way more because you're making more progress than you've made in a really, really long time. And I see here with limitations that fear and doubt limit freedom of action. And Spirit is literally confirming to you, let go of your worries and let go of the worry of something quote unquote not working, because if you don't try, that's when you don't ever have the possibility of even succeeding. It's like that basketball quote. I don't know who said it, if it was Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. I don't know. I'm not really about that world, but they say that you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, right? So the thing is, when you take many shots, eventually you are going to be successful. Eventually, you will be able to score. Now, we also have your guardian angel here with you. Some higher power protects you from difficulties and misfortunes. Trust that your guardian angels are here with you in January. Trust that you are being protected. Trust that there's a higher power and a source that is always with you, and that you're never alone. And that when you feel like you need beauty sleep, trust to take it. And the fear of seeming lazy, not doing enough, or even like losing your job because you're not working as hard as you quote unquote should, forget about it. Forget. If you were in hospital tomorrow, how many people would really come to visit you and care about you versus how quickly would they just have you replaced, and that would be their number one concern, and you would just be there only with friends and family who really care that you took time away from to be loyal to a job or an employer and a system that doesn't actually care about you. So that's where it's like, care for yourself first. Know that caring for yourself is also caring for your loved ones, because you won't put them in a situation where they have to see you unwell, because that will hurt them a lot. Take the rest, because one thing that Spirit is telling me is that you work so hard and you think burnout can basically happen to everyone but you until it happens. And Spirit is like, let's not have that take place. You can have a very healthy balance between doing things, taking action, asking for things, but also take the action of sleeping, take the action of resting, take the action of recuperating. So my absolutely stunning Capricorn baby, this is the reading I received for you. Leave a little bear, a teddy bear emoji below in the comment section to claim your beauty sleep for January. And wherever you are on this gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait for us to catch up again in one of our upcoming readings together. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your January prediction. And let's get into it, shall we? I can't wait to see what's coming towards you in January. So we have the Five of Keys. There's something that you're struggling to do in January, my gorgeous Aquarius. And I see here in the Six of Shells that it has to do with gratitude. So feeling really grateful for what you already have, because you are someone who has so much ambition. You always want more for yourself. You always want to do better, look better, perform better, be smarter, be more successful, earn more money, be a better partner, be more of everything basically at the same time. And I see that when you put so much pressure on yourself, my gorgeous Aquarius baby, it's really creating a lot of pressure in your head. So perhaps you're even experiencing insomnia or some headaches, even though you're not someone who ever gets headaches. And I do want you to know here that when you take your focus away from the gratitude of all that you already have accomplished, you make it exceedingly difficult to feel any kind of sense of satisfaction. And Spirit wants to point this out to you right at the start of your prediction, so that you can course correct and you can think back of all of the ways in which you did perform, you did show up, you did do a lot better than average, you did put yourself out there, and focus on all of the ways in which you were exceptional, rather than the ways in which you feel like you haven't done as much as you really still want to do. You still have a whole lifetime ahead of you. The same goes to the topic of fertility. One thing that is going on here in fertility is that your guides want to say to you, it's time to think about family life and children. Don't sacrifice family for a career, of course. But the thing here in the Six of Shells and the Five of Keys is that when you put so much pressure on yourself, you feel also a pressure, romantically speaking, that can lead you to making bad decisions just from a place of pressure, picking someone that you actually don't belong with, for example. So this is about you thinking about family life and children, and not sacrificing family for career in a sense of understanding. You have to have your head firmly on your shoulders in the sense of understanding what you deserve when it comes to planning family life, when it comes to planning kids. Otherwise, when you put so much pressure on yourself and nothing that you do is ever good enough, you may pick someone who reflects that kind of energy and behavior, which is what we want to make sure we avoid at all costs. In January, there's an opportunity, a new job opportunity, a change of workplace and business trip. Change is coming just in time, and you needed this change of scenery to calm your nerves. You needed this change of energy and change of scenery to give yourself some space from everything that's going on. The space that you're getting towards the end of January that is allowing you to step away from your usual day-to-day work proceedings is the healthiest thing that could have ever happened to you. And I definitely want you to take this opportunity of getting away and know here that 0505 is a number that will keep showing up for you during the month of January, as this number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. Yes, it's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong, which could be in someone's arms, your dream job, or abroad. So follow this unexpected shift, see it through, take the opportunity to travel, and follow your gut feeling during the month of January. So my beautiful Aquarius baby, this is the second part to your prediction I've received for you. I trust that this resonated and made you think. If it did, make sure that you leave a little egg emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know. Furthermore, my beautiful Aquarius, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Pisces baby, and welcome to the second more intricate part of your prediction. Let's see precisely what's coming towards you in January. So we've got some alone time. You're spending some time alone, and it will help you to gain clarity on your relationship. So whether you're single or your relationship or marriage has been giving you a lot of food for thought, alone time is where you will find all of the answers that you need, and you will also learn to become more comfortable being by yourself, which ends up allowing you to make better decisions romantically for yourself, because rather than making decisions from a place of fear of being alone, you're actually making decisions from a place of having understood what you deserve and what you desire and what you're going to go for. Now, the Seven of Shells shows us here that one thing you have lacked is patience in yourself and in love. Like, you're not patient with yourself on your accomplishments. You always feel like you're not doing enough, like you're behind, like everyone is ahead of you. You're comparing yourself to people who had a completely different starting point. But of course, you don't take that into account. You just see the 23-year-old driving the Ferrari and you're like, oh my God, I'm so behind. Why haven't I done that yet? And you don't understand that perhaps maybe they rented that car. Maybe that car belongs to their family. Maybe they started off with a huge investment and a lot of people backing them. Maybe it's not even a car that they can actually afford and they're getting themselves in debt for it. So remember here in the Seven of Shells, be patient with yourself and understand that if you're building things in a way that is sustainable, that gently builds and has a solid foundation, that's worth so much more than just fast cash, fast love, fast connections that aren't going to lead anywhere at the end of the day and are just a waste of time. The Six of Shells shows a huge deal of gratitude for you during the month of January. So I see that the more you make yourself kind of rare in the presence of others, you're spending alone time, you're not picking up your phone every single time it rings, you're not texting people back immediately, you're kind of showing a little bit of scarcity towards the world when it comes to your time and your energy. I see that that is creating so much of a sense of gratitude from others when they do get a hold of you. And it shows you that it's just human nature, unfortunately, that the more available that you are, the less people end up really appreciating you. And one thing that I do see here for you is that When you appreciate yourself, you don't make yourself available to everybody, and you protect your energy. Now, your mind power, that's what's increasing in January. Use your intelligence, analyze data, logic, and think rationally. Lead with your mind. And sometimes to do that and to act from a place that isn't just led by your emotions and feelings, you have to take a step away, you have to take a step back, you have to look at things from a whole different perspective than you have up until this point, in order to be able to lead with your mind, in order to be able to say, you know what, I need time to think and to figure out what I really want for myself. And then I will get back to all of you and let you know what we're doing next. Because I see in mind power, you're also, an authority, you're a great leader. You're the kind of person that others want to be led by. Take on the role of a leader and everyone will respect you. Be self-confident. And I understand, my gorgeous Pisces baby, sometimes to be self-confident, you have to take a step back. You have to remind yourself of all of the reasons why you are a great leader. You have to take a step away so you can regain your confidence, also maybe so you can put time into beautifying yourself, into doing your hair, your nails, your skincare, whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable and confident. Taking time to work out, to go to the gym, to eat healthily, all of these things, when you feel good in your body, also externally, it makes you feel good internally, and it makes you show up in a completely different way with more confidence and with more of an air of authority that is unquestionably meant to lead and unquestionably will be respected by others during January. Invest in yourself, my beautiful Pisces babies. So to claim your reading, leave a brain emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you're a Pisces and that you watched your reading all the way to the end, because that's the only way you would know to leave this brain emoji below. And furthermore, don't forget to check out on my second channel, Psychic CEO, how you can become extremely successful overnight. I just posted a video that's doing amazingly well, and I know you will love it. It's linked below in the description box. So my beautiful Pisces baby, make sure you watch that next, and I'll catch you during one of our upcoming predictions.